Joined now by one of the newest members of the UMass Lowell Athletic Hall of Fame. That is Ruben Sanca, middle distance, long distance, and just a terrific athlete. First, simply congratulations.
Thank you, Bob.
What's it mean to you to be inducted into the Hall of Fame?
I think being inducted into Hall of Fame really brings back so many memories from way back my freshman year when I was one of 10, 12 kids that came onto the team and had to really, really work hard. We had to really work our tails off in the winter time, the summertime, to put in a lot of miles and a lot of hard work. And now as a staff member of UMass Lowell, and I think back to the students, and that's what it really means to be a Riverhawk, is to work really, really hard.
That was that work ethic something that was simply inborn in you?
No, I think that comes from a combination of my roots, where I come from, but also from the student athletes that were at UMass Lowell before me. When I think back of some great athletes that we've had, Bobby Hodge, Vinnie Fleming, Dave Dunham, and all those guys, how they had to work really hard. And when it was my time, I said, hey guys, it's time we get back to it. And I looked around at some of my fellow student athletes, and I said, we got to go after those records. And it started, slowly. We looked back at Nate Jenkins at the time, who was running really great, and he said, hey guys, you can really, really get there. And we work really, really hard to just go back to bringing UMass Lowell from being a top 10 school in New England to being a top 5 and eventually winning the New England championship for all divisions.
Now, I don't know if you sold yourself a little short when you were on stage and talked about the university taking a chance on a guy that wasn't, I'm trying to think of your exact words, but wasn't a top flight distance runner. Was it really at the university that you kind of took off, that you really developed?
I think, when Gary came to see me at a couple meets in the city, I was actually really surprised. I said, wow, there's a college coach who's actually coming to watch me race. But recruiting is a big part of having a strong program. And I think Gary saw in me what a lot of coaches didn't really see, that I was sort of like an untapped talent in the city. I sort of like underworked because I didn't want to sort of like burn out really early in my collegiate career. And I had a lot left in my legs when I got to college. I was able to handle high mileage, 110, 120 miles a week, when a lot of the student athletes couldn't really do that. And Gary, he saw my strength and my weaknesses. Some of my weakness was just straight endurance, being able to do the longer workouts. And he really, he really tapped on my strength, which was my speed at the time. And he really worked on also my weakness to get me back to being, eventually break the school record. And it didn't really happen overnight. There were a lot of meets that I went to, and I thought I was prepared to run really fast, break the school record, and it didn't happen. But those moments made me really strong, and it made me really appreciate the times that I actually achieved what I wanted to achieve. And I've got to tell the kids on the team now is they got to really, really work hard, and they're doing the right things right now. But if they fail, it's not. Sometimes things don't work one way, and it's not because you're not doing the right thing. It's just sometimes you're just not lucky. You need 1% luck sometimes, and other times, they're gonna eventually hit that big race. And for me, I didn't really hit a big race until later in my junior and senior years. So it doesn't happen over time. We were so many freshmen working really, really hard. Freshman and sophomore years, and sometimes we go into races and we don't place. We're not even a top 6, and we go into the summer really kind of motivated to just train hard and come back the next year. And I think that really helped. And Gary supported us during the whole time as we got stronger and stronger over the years. And now it's really good to be able to see the kids that some of them look up to me, and I can provide some guidance to them. Hopefully they'll go after some of my records. So
I know you have always been driven. You remain driven. You have competed in one Olympics, and I guess you're focused and pushing yourself toward another.
Yes, I missed the last Olympics. I competed in London. I missed Rio by 5 seconds in the marathon, but I'm really hopeful with the support of the Cape Verdean community, UMass Lowell, and all of my friends and families that I can make it to the next one.
We wish you all sorts of success. Ruben, again, congratulations, and I thank you very much.
Thank you, Bob.
That is Ruben Sanca, one of the newest members of the UMass Lowell Athletic Hall of Fame.